What's up, witches and warlocks? Puma Fist here. Happy Halloween, everybody. I hope you're all having a good time. If you got kids, hope they're making out with some good loot. We're going to talk about Eric July again a little bit tonight. He just released a video about 2 hours ago, and he was babbling about, he's getting a new warehouse and all that stuff. Yeah, which means he's getting a permanent facility instead of just renting a storage unit, which what he was calling his warehouse before was just a storage unit. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. What's interesting about this, though, and this is something I got to point out, is that all right, Eric July, I'll give him a little bit of credit for something. Apparently, he's got a bunch of books in the work, right? He said that they're almost done with ISOM number 2. Well, he said they're like 55 pages into it. So that's pretty good considering that ISOM number 1 was only 84 pages once you took out all the filler. So he's pretty close to being done with that. And he said they got a couple other titles in the works, right? So we know one of them is going to be the Norfolka book, and something's probably going to be like a Yaira book, right? We can already guess that. That's not a big surprise. So I will give Eric July credit for one thing. For one thing here. At least he's trying to pump out some different titles. Now, where it's going to fall short, and this will be my prediction here, y'all can fucking track me and see if I'm right or wrong. He might be putting out a bunch of titles, right? He might be working really hard with that. He did make a shitload of money off ISOM number 1, so he can afford to do it. He can have different writers, different artists, inkers, colorists. He can afford right now to have a bunch of different people working on these different projects. So that's good. That's kind of what I was telling EVS to do when he got mad at me and blocked me. I was telling EVS, I was like, hey man, you're able to crowdfund all this money to raise millions of dollars. Why aren't you actually starting a real comic book company? So it looks like Eric July is trying to do that. I'll give him credit for that. The problem is, though, this is where it's going to fall short. He's still only pandering to his pay pigs and his followers. He's not trying to branch out and reach other people. So even if he is pumping out like 4 books this upcoming year, right? Or 3 books. ISOM number 2 and 2 other titles. If he's going to pump out 3 titles this upcoming year, it's only going to be to the pay pigs. He's not branching out. He's not trying to reach the DC and Marvel readers. He's not trying to reach the Image readers. He's not trying to reach Dark Horse. He doesn't care about that. All he wants is for you, the loyal customer now, the pay pig, the ones that give him super chats, that watch all of his videos, that with sight unseen, without knowing shit, paid top dollar for ISOM number 1. That's all he wants. He's banking on that. And I don't think that's going to be sustainable. I wish the guy the best of luck, right? Let's see if he can put his money where his mouth is and actually beat out the big comic book companies. But it's not going to happen at this current rate. He won't even release a digital print of ISOM number 1 after he sold all the physical copies, which means nobody's going to see it. There's a bunch of fans of Eric July that said, hey, I really want to read this book, but I can't afford it. I can't afford to pay $50 for a fucking copy of it. Why isn't Eric July giving them a fucking digital release, giving them the option of that? He already made $3.5 million to almost $4 million on the physical copies. What is he scared of doing a digital release now? What is he scared of? See what I'm saying here? So if he's going to be pumping out these other titles, he's going to have to try to reach a wider audience, because if ISOM number 2 doesn't fucking deliver as far as clearing up all these fucking mistakes that he had in ISOM number 1, and if it doesn't answer any of the fucking questions that were raised in ISOM number 1, all these ridiculous questions that should have been answered in the first book, it's going to be a problem. And the readers are going to fucking be like, fuck this. And they're not going to fucking be interested in another 2 books coming out from this guy if they're all written the fucking same way. It's just going to be a mess. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on here. My prediction is, yeah, he's probably going to pump out these 3 books next year. I have no doubt about that. When they come out, that's questionable, but they'll come out next year. And I don't think that this reaction that he's thinking is going to be what he wants, unless he can deliver. And so far, he's not delivering. So far, he hasn't delivered. Nobody's really excited about Isom #1. They really aren't. They're pretending like they are, but they don't really like it. So, anyway, let me know what y'all think. Am I full of shit? Am I onto something here? Is he gonna crash and burn trying to do this thing full time? Yep, we shall see. I mean, unless you pay pigs got fucking deep ass pockets and just keep giving this guy money because you like him for some reason. I don't see him doing anything to advance the comic book industry. He'll advance himself short term, but he's not doing anything to change the system. Anyway, that's what I got. Happy Halloween. Puma Fist out.